Before we actually get into the video, I feel like I need to apologize again for how horrible the quality of this is. I think the quality is probably worse now, but I wanted to film in my room and I don't have any windows in here. So, make do. So now that that is over with, we can just get into today's video. So I, like many other people my age, am often in need of some guidance. Life is hard nowadays, but luckily we have something that older generations didn't have. We have endless amounts of information right at the tip of our fingers. This is obviously great for like multiple reasons. I mean, I learned everything I know about video editing from the internet. So, I mean, it has to be good for something. Of course, however, there are some things on the internet that I look at and I just think, why? Why do you exist? I think a pretty solid word of advice to follow is don't get your advice from social media. Especially on important topics such as physical or mental health, I just don't think that's a very good idea, and I think it's something that we should all probably follow. Like, it just sounds like an overall bad idea to me, and I'm sure it does to other people as well. And yet, scrolling through my Instagram Explore page goes a little like this. Mostly just lots of videos or pictures of bunnies or other cute little animals. Maybe some makeup, slime, food even, the occasional K-pop idol. And recently, more and more often, I have been getting Twitter self-care threads. Except they're just screenshotted and posted on Instagram. It's very confusing. I don't really understand. I know this has been touched on before by YouTubers with much more plentiful followings than I, but I just wanted to talk about it anyways. That's what it boils down to. Also, I'm always in need of some advice. I don't know what I'm doing half the time, so let's see if I can actually learn something from these posts. Starting off with a pressing issue in my life: unemployment. It's rough out here when you have no real job experience and you live in an area of California that is known for its unemployment rates. But hey, maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Hopefully this post can help me get a job. I would love to be employed. If anyone wants to hire me, please hire me. I would love to be employed. I would love it. So the first item in this thread, or the first slide, if you will, on this Instagram post, says, "So boom, teen life hit us and we somehow became broke bitches and our parents starting to get selfish with their money." I'm 22 and this is marketed towards teens. But let's continue anyways. I mean, I think I could still learn something. Okay, and the second slide says, "I have no idea what the ages are for people to start working at. Many states start at 16. I believe most places in California are at 16. I'm not sure though. I don't know. I waited until I was 16 to apply for jobs and a bitch got hired twice. Twice at 16. I'm gonna try to not let this ruin my day. Let's continue with the thread." Okay, so going through the thread, it's telling me I should go on Indeed or Snagajob. I personally use Indeed. I don't really like Snagajob or any of the other ones. I like Indeed. Maybe I should use other ones if I'm not getting jobs, but whatever. It says to put in your zip code so you can find jobs near you. I think that is a great idea. Yeah. Use your teachers as references. I use one of my teachers from high school, but use family friends as references as well. And add almost anything work-wise to your resume, such as volunteering and community service. I've done all of this, so I think I'm doing pretty well so far, but there must be something key I'm forgetting here. Okay, number 5 tip for getting a job is don't get a job just for the money or else you will hate what you're doing. I have a problem with this because what else am I going to be getting a job for? All I'm saying is I'm not working at Taco Bell because I enjoy working at Taco Bell. I'm going to work there because I want to make money and maybe like the employee discount. I don't know. Never wait on them to call you. You call them about 2 to 3 days after submitting your application and ask, "Hi, my name is blank and I was calling to check on the status of my application." I actually do this, but I go into the store, so yeah. Always apply to hella jobs at one time so you have a more frequent chance of getting an interview and hopefully hired. I apply to hella jobs all the time, so I think I'm good with that. I also heard don't apply to sit-down restaurants like Outback, Chili's, and stuff like that because they barely make any money. Someone is lying to you because you're missing out on tips for sit-down restaurants. I know it's not for some people. Some people don't like serving, but tipping is is good. And the last tip is never give up. It really touches my heart. Get your money, sis. I'm trying. Okay, so I'm tired of that one, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. So we're going to be moving on to the next self-care thread we have. Okay, this one isn't really a self-care thread, but it was marketed as one, so I'm going to include it anyways. The title of this one kind of confuses me. It is cute texts that make you feel single AF. So does that mean even if you aren't single, they're still gonna make you feel single AF? Because that kind of sucks. Like, what if you're in a really happy, committed, healthy relationship, and then you happen across this post and you're like, okay, why not? You click on it, it's on your Instagram Explore page, why not click on it? And then suddenly, you feel single AF. Your partner wonders what's wrong with you, but it's too late. You feel single AF. Let's just see how single AF I feel while I read these, alright? We'll see. Caption of this one is, I would cry my eyes out. So person A says, you always gonna be my priority. And person B says, after, your family, then school, and your future. I think that's reasonable. And person A says, joke's on you, you're number 1 in 3 already. Your family? Moving on. This one is just really funny to me. I don't know why. It just makes me laugh a little bit. Person A says, oh my god, I'm dating you. Like you're mine. Wow. Can you believe how lucky I am? Person B doesn't respond. Person A is just so surprised that they're dating person B. I get that. This one's really funny too. A lot of these are just, they read so funny and it's, okay. Person A says, why don't you have a boyfriend? Person B says, my parents aren't really cool with that. How about you? Why don't you have a girlfriend? Person A says, because your parents aren't really cool with that yet. And person B just replies with OMG. This is another one. This is actually really good. Person A just says, what? I don't know what they're saying what to, but person B replies with, being a girl sucks. And person A replies with, being my girl wouldn't. Absolutely smooth as hell. How do you come up with that? That's incredible. This last one is really weird because it is very obviously photoshopped and not a real text at all. And it's just, it's really weird. Everything about it is very cryptic and scary. It doesn't make me feel single AF. It makes me feel very scared. First of all, there's no name for the texter. And then in really big text from person A, it says, you're beautiful. And then person B responds, LOL, you haven't even seen me. And person A says, don't have to. And person B responds with a completely blank bubble and a really long one. I didn't know that was possible, and I'm very, very confused. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling single AF. I get it now. I feel so single. Wow. It worked. So this next one is called It's Normal. The title of this one confuses me a little bit too. It's just in all caps. It's normal. What's normal? What is it? Also, the picture for all of these threads are really odd to me. But this one in particular, is that girl crying? Is she okay? And the stomach next to her, what's going on here? I'm concerned. I'm really concerned here. Okay, flicking through most of these, they're like, I agree with them. I would say that these are normal things. Acne, be bloated, have bad hair days, have insecurities, to have feelings. I would say all of these things are pretty normal. So I can't really complain much about this. This was just kind of funny. It says, to not look face-tuned IRL. I just like the way they spelled look. You could tell that they were running out of characters on Twitter. So they're like, well, gotta cut them somewhere. Might as well just cut out double O's on look. Oh, the second to last one is to be single at any age. Well, it's a good thing because I'm feeling single AF. Overall, that one wasn't bad. I don't really have much to complain about. It was pretty okay. So the last one, I admit, is not a self-care thread at all, and it's kind of like not even in the same format as any of the other ones. This is more just my morbid curiosity as to what people think of the signs. So this is just going to be kind of like a bonus thread. Woo! Bonus thread. I'm pretty interested in astrology, and I'm really curious to see what Teen Threads 1 has to say about Capricorns in particular, because I feel like we kind of have a pretty stereotypical, you know, what everyone thinks about us. It's pretty across the board. So I'm going to look into that and see if I agree with them. So first of all, these are just niche memes. Not Twitter threads, that's for sure. I don't know why it's under Teen Threads, but okay. One of the points here is needs personal space. I have never needed personal space in my life. Yeah, most of these are just, you know, stereotypical Capricorn stuff. Bottles of emotions on a phone case. Every Capricorn gets that. Hardworking on their Glossier moisturizer, I think. Maybe some lip balm. Yeah, I think we all get that one. The overall aesthetic is kind of cute. I like the color theme. I mean, this is like your basic run-of-the-mill, first thing you learned about Capricorn as a person aesthetic, so I can't be that mad. I think they should have included funny, but whatever, that's just me. So after evaluating these self-care threads, I think it's hard to say whether they're good or bad. That's obviously objective. Personally, I think they're maybe lacking some inspiration and made purely just for clicks, which, it's not something I really vibe with, if you will. But I can't be too mad at them. I don't think that these are inherently harmful. In fact, some of them had some really valuable information in them. I think some of them have some pretty decent messages in them, albeit laced with Instagram baddie pictures and can backpacks, but decent messages nonetheless. I will say, however, as a leaving note of wisdom, maybe don't get your important advice from these threads. Even if some of it is okay, it's just, there are much better sources out there to get your information, I promise. And sometimes self-care for one person is not what self-care is for another person. So it's pretty tailored to who you are, and you can't really learn everything about yourself from a teen self-care thread. This is kind of like the 2019 version of 17 magazine advice columns. So I think it's a little unfair to knock them so hard because, I mean, those are the things I followed in high school. Not in high school, maybe in like elementary school, but you get the gist. So that is all I have today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and just a reminder, don't get your advice from teen self-care threads. I don't think it's a very good idea. But if you ever do want to feel single AF, they're there waiting for you. Alright, bye.